Hare Krishna, welcome to Ved Sarthi. We are learning the significance of different names of Krishna and Arjuna in the Bhagavad Gita. Today we are going to talk about verse 1.20, where Krishna has been referred to as Rishikesh. The shlok is like this. Atha vyavasthitan drishtva dhartarashtraन् kapidvajaha pravratte shastra sampate dhanurudyamya pandavaha Rishikesham tada vakyam idam ahamahipate. Translation. O king, at that time, Arjun, the son of Pandu, who was seated in his chariot, his flag marked with Hanuman, took up his bow and prepared to shoot his arrows, looking at the sons of Dhritarashtra. O king, Arjun then spoke to Rishikesh these words. So Sanjay is calling Krishna by the name Rishikesh here. As we all know, that Sanjay is explaining everything that is going on the battlefield to Dhritarashtra. Because Dhritarashtra was blind, he could not participate in the war. And Sanjay, who is a disciple of Sri Vyasdev, he was provided with Divya Drishti so that he could see what all happening on the battlefield and could convey that to Dhritarashtra. So very intelligently, Sanjay called Krishna by the name Rishikesh in this verse. Actually, through this, Sanjay wanted to convey to Dhritarashtra that Pandavas will be victorious in the battle. The meaning of Rishikesh is the owner of all senses. As Krishna tells us in the Bhagavad Gita, Mame Vansho Jiva Loke Jiva Bhuta Sanatana, that all living entities are part and parcel of Krishna. That means all the senses of the living entities are also part and parcel of Krishna's senses. So Krishna is the owner of all the senses. And in proportion to our surrender, Krishna actually guides us. Krishna guides our senses. So here Arjun, who is the pure devotee of Lord, is guided 100% by Krishna. And therefore, this is an indication that Arjun would be victorious. A beautiful understanding of this is that all living entities are eternal servitors of Krishna. Jivare Swarupa hai Krishnera Nityadas. And when a living entity surrenders to Krishna, Krishna engages the senses of his devotee in bhakti. So here Krishna is directing the senses of Arjun towards fighting against the Kauravas to establish religion. And this engagement of Arjun in this battle is actually Arjun's devotional service towards Krishna. Okay. Now, when the master of the senses is personally present to guide the senses of Arjun, it indicates that Arjun and Pandavas will be victorious. Okay. So this is the meaning of Rishikesh, which is indicating the victory of the Pandavas. This slok actually is a part of the sub-theme of Bhagavad Gita in chapter 1 that talks about the various signs of victory of the Pandavas. And in this specific verse, there is another sign of victory, and that is Kapi Dhwajaha. Okay, Kapi Dhwajaha. So Kapi here refers to Sri Hanuman. So Arjun's flag was actually having the mark of Sri Hanuman. And Sri Hanuman cooperated with Sri Ram when there was a battle between Sri Ram and Ravan. And Sri Ram emerged victorious. So similarly here also, Sri Ram is present in the form of Krishna and Sri Hanuman is also present on the chariot of Arjun. Sri Hanuman will bless Arjun to attain victory. So now on the Pandava side, we have Sri Ramchandra himself in the form of Lord Shri Krishna, his Param Bhakt, Sri Hanuman, and also, where Sri Ramchandra is or Shri Krishna is, then goddess of fortune, Lakshmi Devi is present. So on the Pandava side, we have fortune, we have victory, we have Lakshmi Devi. So this is also an indicative of victory of Pandavas. Okay. That's all on this verse. We dedicate all these videos to our Guru Maharaj, His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Thakur, Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Thank you. Hare Krishna.